we can resume again about the topic which we cannot ignore nowadays because everybody is start using the ChatGPT, and this is a huge impact to all of us, including not only this IT industry but also the other industry too. So let's talk about the ChatGPT and the engineering. So today we will focus on the ChatGPT, mainly ChatGPT, but I also talk about the other AI services. So the ChatGPT is made by OpenAI, which is based on the Transformer. So the Transformer, it was announced by, I think, the Google, and it was 2017. Before that, many people is still using the RNN or CNN from the deep learning, but people realize that it's not so efficient. So then the Google, they announced the new technology, new algorithm, which is, this one is also the natural NLS, the neural language network, language processing, and it was another game changer at that time, 2017. Then there's many other, based on this transformer model, many the company start utilizing this transformer, and this GPT, generative pre-trained transformer, is one of them which utilize this transformer model. So like this is an advanced version of the transformer model. So the idea is coming from natural language processing. The NLS initially adapted the RNN LSTM, but now switching to the transformer model nowadays. So mainly they have BERT, GPT as a model. So BERT will be adapted in the Google search and improve the usage a lot. So previously, so they didn't have this BERT. BERT is BERT, not the BARD, which is another model. So this BERT will understand the whole paragraph, while GPT is word by word. So both of them is using the natural language processing. But however, the way how they do the logic, like how they try to understand the sentence, will be different. By introducing this transformer, anyway, they could have the multiple processing and could memorize even more compared to LSTM or RNS error. So that was this ChatGPT, the GPT's idea. So they started the GPT. So this is the kind of evolution, the graph. Previously, it was starting from this transformer. It was very famous, the graph, which they are describing about the encoder and the decoder. Mainly this GPT was focusing on this decoder part, stack the decoder part. So GPT, they have the version GPT 1, 2, 3, now it's 4. They improved a lot. So now many people realize how this NLS was giving us a huge impact, all of us. Then at the same time, Google also they are still making another model, which is BART, BART, not this. And then, it's still ongoing things. This is a model evolution. And then GPT-3 was released 2020. And then meanwhile, the other company also introduced the new the model. And then eventually, currently, for example, this here, GPT-4 here, ChatGPT is around here, like last November, December. This was a huge impact to the people. They realized like how the NLS was great. But after that, like many companies also releasing like the BART, BRD. Then also the Meta also has this LLAMA. And then this is a current chatbot, current AI chat, the competition Google BART, OpenAI, ChatGPT. Open source, they also have like fast chat or GPT for all. Previously it was hiding, but after this made a huge impact to the public, they decided to make it open source. So fast chat GPT for all. If you go to the GitHub, you can find this model. I will show you later about this model, how this works. And also the ChatGPT, the AI service is now booming. Not only the ChatGPT, Stable Diffusion is also there. With Journey, many people start using more, and BART is also there. The current AI chat competition. Okay, so this is kinda okay. Alright, so like what ChatGPT can do: coding, article, advisor, summary, exam, compose, translate, calculation, coaching, many things. Like whatever we just do, like the talk. I think when we talk to somebody, then somebody reply me back, right? So this reply me back, there's so many like behind here. When I ask somebody to, when we have some conversation, then this conversation, there's so many things ongoing, right, in our brain. And then when somebody reply me back, then normally we just say something which we already know, and then that which we already know is a lot compared to the human. Like AI can do what AI can do. So that's why I think the reply made a surprise to all of us, and then that's why now it's kind of booming. Then so who is Sam Altman? He is the CEO of this OpenAI. OpenAI will be featured in the special so OpenAI, they actually came to recently, I think 2 days ago. Yesterday, the CEO went to Japan. Meanwhile, like the Italy, they banned this ChatGPT, but some countries like Japan, they open to this like AI technologies. So now he went to Japan, talked to the Prime Minister. This is the first time to talk to the G7, the Prime Minister. And then I think they discuss about what they can do. Then yes, so the OpenAI strategy, according to his interview, make it cheap, so everybody can access to this AI. Need to competition, so they don't want to be the strongest always. They are always open, welcome to the AI service, the competitor. So gradually publish means like they don't want to give the surprise too much. Like for example, AI can do everything human cannot do. They don't want to if they do that, many people will be shocked. So to mitigate this shock, they try to publish gradually, not chasing the money. He already very successful entrepreneur, so not chasing the money only. Basically he has more ambition. Like he trying to make this AI as AGI, AGI is like it's like I don't know, it's like Doraemon, like the AI who can do many things. It's not only the one particular thing, it's variety of the things you can do, like almost human, but it's better than human. So what I utilize by using this the ChatGPT, one of the things I did previously was, for example, I made this Apple Watch game, which I think it took the basic model when I created this was only 1 hour. So within 1 hour, I could play the game like this. Then I added more. Then it took 1 day, still 1 day. But then I could make the complete version of this, the ping pong, in the Apple Watch, and they already published in the Apple Store. So when I released this, it was I think each day 100 to download, but now it's charged, so it's not that high. But anyway, so this is the one of them. So another one is I could make the Tetris very easily. Okay, so I didn't put the GIF here. Maybe like I will bring the GIF the next time. But anyway, so I can make the Tetris within just 5 to 10 minutes, and it was amazing. Another one I could do is the coding test. If I just paste the coding test here, then they just give me answer, the coding answer. Then it was like one time it was wrong, the second time it was correct. So likewise, if we try to give them some example of the coding test, then they can also solve this. Other way I could do is like the coding review. So the coding review they can also do. I added, like this one is using the GPT API, which you can just paste and then give us an answer, something like that. Another one I could do is by using the Blender. So I just paste some of the copy from some of the code. Like basically like Blender, we can make the model from the Python. So if I ask them to okay, can you make the human model? Then they give me the code and then I paste it. Then I can see this. It's also amazing. But I can, other things that I can, the AI, this ChatGPT can do is, for example, our group, for example, some people is working on the open source, right? For example, for me, I also work in the open source. Then the cloning source code, if I ask them, like, what is this role of this class? What is the function of this class? They can also give me the answer, because nobody is giving me the answer unless I read the code, understand by myself. Otherwise, basically nobody gives me the answer. But if I ask the ChatGPT, they can give me the answer. Meaning is like the open source developer also getting the benefit from here. So end of the coding era, in my opinion, I feel because like if I use like ChatGPT, much easier compared to writing code by myself to solve the bug or solve the solution. It could be the end. Meaning like I feel maybe like that many people previously they choose the language, the framework or the language based on like the easiness, like which one is easier to code, easier, or maybe like rather than taking the performance, they could take the easier coding language or something. But after this era, I think we don't have to care about like human coding, maybe. Then we could switch to the performance. If the company has like performance is a high top priority, they could switch to the C++, C, or some like those faster the language or framework. ChatGPT is AlphaGo of the white worker. This one is controversial, but according to this Sam Altman, he say it could be yes. So in the interview, he say the ChatGPT can replace many people's job, so it's possible. From my opinion, this one is broadening like our ability more than usual, if I say. So, for example, right, previously we used to wash like by hand or by using this kind of tool, like very old-fashioned way. But now we have the washing machine, which they also could dry. They can do everything, right? We probably got this washing machine now, but still the people are necessary, so people still need to move and do utilize this washing machine. So I think it's not completely replacing. It's just giving us a convenience. How about the BAT? BAT also, I tried the BAT, but when I gave them the coding test, was not so good actually. Like coding test compared to the ChatGPT, but is behind. So honestly, it was not so good. Yeah. They also have like open source the LLM, large language model. So one of them I feel I was very impressed was this Vicuna, and I will show you the demo later. But this one is also close to the ChatGPT because like performance is very good. Also they have another the model which is like ChatGPT for all. I think they named this the name as the ChatGPT for all. It means because ChatGPT is closed. They close the source code. They don't want to open because they feel like a security issue. They feel like it's dangerous if they open the way they have done. So instead, previously it was open, but now it's closed. GPT-4 is open source. If you just find from the GitHub, you can find this. Fast chat is also same. I also made some program which I also publish in the I can show you later. So how also like the ChatGPT, they also publish like a plugin which in Singapore we cannot access. It's not available yet. Well, maybe like I'm just waiting in the waiting list. But anyway, so this is also available. This one, by the way, like the ChatGPT, they can retrieve the information until 2021 September. But if we use like this plugin, then they can also get the latest information. Okay. Another thing I could done, and I was very surprised, was like when I clicked the the VR game or those stuff, right? Then I also utilize this ChatGPT. So the coding part, I didn't have to write. I could ask the ChatGPT to generate the code. It was working completely fine. Metaverse, for example, this is the Oculus, right? Oculus is already using the AI inside of here, which also amazes us. For example, like that this hand, the movement, they also introduced into this Oculus Quest. But however, the NLS is advanced in the ChatGPT. Maybe like that, we could have this API into this Oculus Quest. Today's demo, I will show you like how we can integrate like the ChatGPT stuff into the Unity. Then so that's it. So I will show you. Okay, so firstly, I will show you about the open source, the ChatGPT. This is also amazing. For example, right? I'm already talking. Can you give me the benefit of using Unity over Unreal Engine, right? So then they also give me the answer. By the way, this one is not necessary to connect to the get to the network, because this one is its model is inside of this machine, so I don't have to connect it there. So it's showing the course Unity is more affordable and has a free version of the indie developers community. Unity has a large and more active community, which means there are more resources and support available. Cross-platform, Unity supports more platform. Likewise, like they give us a lot of things. So I think if you haven't tried, you never. I believe that most people don't know. Maybe you can try. This one also give me the source code coding test. Coding check, for example, right? If I say bug programming example, I can see some bug programming website here. Then I just copy and paste, right? Like this. Here. Then if I just paste here, oh, I didn't say anything. Can you code review the? Okay. He gave me already. This is a C function takes the array of the integer, return the smallest integer in the array. It uses a loop to integrate so far. Find so far one of the function return value of current. Okay. Can you give me what's wrong with this code? Do you give me the answer? The code seems to be missing the declaration of the int. Okay, also there's a typo in the function name. It should be minbar instead of min. But it's using the minbar. It should be minbar instead of minbar. Yeah, so likewise, like it's not perfect, this one. But the code doesn't include the full function definition. So it's difficult to determine if there's any other error issue with the code. Okay, but anyway, so that's the things we could do if we want to ask the ChatGPT instead of ChatGPT. If we want to, because this is open source, and I wanted to show that open source also can do the good things. Okay, so now let's go to the Unity. I will just quickly show you how the Unity stuff works. I hope everything is working fine. So this is okay. I don't have to do this. Then I have board, have span, and then okay, so what happens if I do this? Yeah, it's like this. Okay, so it's moving, and then the way how this works is I just put the source code here. For example, XR, right? Then spawner here. Board here, board actually is here, and then the origin is the person who is the actual character, and then if I press this button, it's a gameplay, we can see. Then now the board is moving, right? Then spawner is it's just generating the new board one after another. I put like this board into this prefab, and then interval 5 seconds, every 5 seconds it's giving us a new board. This source code, right? This source code, I asked the ChatGPT to generate, so they just create for me. Likewise, I think so spawner, this spawner, and also the board, they have the code here. They also generated the code for me. So likewise, we can just ask them to do like even like the source code I made for this, right? This source code. Also, I asked the ChatGPT to create. Then I could do this. This one is like a web terminal. I'm connecting to the terminal because this model is it's staying in my machine. But when I pass the line, like the coding line like this, I have to add this the backslash every line. I couldn't do easily in the terminal, so I created this web terminal instead. Then I created almost every code. I asked this the ChatGPT to create. So that's it for today. Okay. So if you have any question, you can just put the question into the comment area. But then that's it for today. Okay. So thank you so much. See you next time.